I know for a fact I'm gonna get a lot of crap from certain people for making this video, but to those of you who know me, I don't bend the knee to anybody, and I don't care what anybody thinks of me, and I say what I want to say, even if it makes me unpopular, but at the very least I'm honest, and that's the best thing that a YouTuber can do for his audience. Just tell people the truth and how you feel, and if it makes you unpopular, then so be it. I know for a fact that I'm gonna get a lot of people out there angry for what I'm about to say, but you know what? Screw it, I'm going to say it anyways. And furthermore, I just want to say, if I've missed anything, or got my information wrong, or if you guys want to add something, please let me know in the comment sections below, because sometimes I might get some information wrong, and some people will correct me on some stuff. And I'm not one of those people who just close my ears and go, oh no, I'm right and you guys are wrong. If there is information that I'm wrong on, and someone corrects me, and then I'll say, okay, you was right, I was wrong on this certain part of information, I like to think that I'm one of those reasonable YouTubers. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So at this point, you guys have probably got the idea that I'm trying to be sincere, open and honest. I'm not trying to start any controversy. I'm not trying to pick a fight. All I'm trying to do is start a debate. If I wanted to pick a fight, I would have said so. The only reason I made this video was to get people to see it from my point of view, and in the defense of a certain character from Dragon Ball Multiverse. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people who's going to be angry with me, and I'm going to get a lot of dislikes, but I would rather say something than just be quiet and just go along what other people are saying. And so, now that I've got that out of the way, let's continue with the main reason why I made this video. And it is this. Some bra from Dragon Ball Multiverse isn't a bad person. And I'll tell you guys something now, there are a lot of people who hate some bra. Now before I continue, I just want to say this. If you haven't read the manga of Dragon Ball Multiverse, up to chapter 1817. Now, by the time this video has came out, there will definitely be more chapters by the time I release this video. So anything past chapter 1817, I'll have no knowledge of at the time I'm making this video. So if you guys ever bring up anything that's past that chapter, you'll know the reason why I didn't mention anything past 1817. And for all I know, by the time this video comes out and I see the new chapters, things might have changed my opinion. So I'm just putting that out there just to let you guys know. And if anything does change, I will make a follow-up video on the chapters after 1817. And I'm going into spoilers here, so if you guys haven't read Dragon Ball Multiverse or Dragon Ball Z, stop this video and go and watch or read Dragon Ball Multiverse and Dragon Ball Z, because there are spoilers ahead. And so, with that said, let's resume with the video. The fans really need to back off and stop their hate for some bra, because the side of hate that some bra gets at first was understandable considering what she did, but when I took 2 steps back and saw it from Bra's point of view and saw her history and saw how powerful she was and how I tried to understand her, and at the time I caught up to the manga of Dragon Ball Multiverse chapter 1817 and saw that she had loads of regret of what she did, I genuinely felt sorry for this girl. And when I was looking in the comments on YouTube and the Dragon Ball Multiverse manga website, there was loads, and I mean literally loads of people who was hating on Bra, saying that she can't be forgiven, and how Vegeta was right and Vegeta should just kill her, and saying that Bra should go and kill herself. I mean, the side of hate that some Bra gets is completely unbelievable. These people who keep on saying all these horrible things about some Bra, it was just unbelievable. And there was also people defending Vegito, saying, oh, don't talk bad about Vegito. He is 100% right. Vegito didn't do anything wrong. Hell, a few months back, Black and Fist made a video about how Vegito was abusing Bra and that Vegito should be cancelled. And when I first saw this, I was like, hold on, why would Vegito want to kill his own daughter? This did not make any sense. Now, I assumed it was because Vegito didn't want anybody to be as powerful as him, or even stronger than him. That's what I assumed. And when I saw the reason as to why Vegeta said those words, and I saw Bra's reaction on how she didn't care that she blew up a planet and made the sun go supernova, and she accidentally killed her brother, and when she was told by Vegito that she's got even stronger, even surpassing Gohan, she was excited by this realization. And loads of people didn't like this, the way she seemed to brush off Goten's death like it was nothing, and killing millions of people on the planet. I mean, the fandom went nuts seeing how she reacted and how powerful she got. And you know what? I was like everybody else. How could she do this? Is that all she cares about? Power? Doesn't she care that she killed millions of people and killed her own brother? And believe me, I was exactly the same as you guys. I knew where you guys were coming from. However, after reading the latest chapters, 1817, from the beginning of the manga again, I took a step back, realised a few things, saw it from a different point of view, looked at Bra's progress throughout the entire story, and not only that, I also looked at Vagito's progress throughout the entire story. Now before I continue, there is one thing I want you guys to know. And remember, Dragon Ball Multiverse is its own continuity. Yes, it does have ideas from the original show, but there are movies and specials that Salagor worked in to the series of Dragon Ball Multiverse. Dragon Ball Multiverse loosely follows the same continuity as Dragon Ball Z, but he did manage to work in certain movies within the series of Dragon Ball Multiverse, like Broly, Bojack, Dr. Richie, but not all the movie villains are there. It's only a few of them, and Salagor made the timelines of the movie and the main series fit in. Now, we know as Dragon Ball Z fans, most if not all the Dragon Ball Z movies don't fit in the main timeline of Dragon Ball Z. But Salagor, the creator of Dragon Ball Multiverse, took a few of these movies and worked them in on how he thinks things would go down if some of the Dragon Ball Z movies fit into place. Now, if you guys read the manga of Dragon Ball Multiverse and you understand the timelines and how things diverge from each universe, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But to those of you who don't know, well, let me say this, it is extremely difficult for me to explain how the timelines work and how things diverge. You guys are just gonna have to read the manga in order to find out what the hell's going on. But to those of you who do know what I'm talking about, you guys will know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, there's three things I want to bring up. Number one, Dragon Ball Multiverse is loosely based on Dragon Ball Z. Number two, the characters from Dragon Ball Multiverse, even though they are loosely based on the characters from Dragon Ball Z, they are kinda sorta the same characters from Dragon Ball Z, but not really. Let me give you guys an example. Universe 18 is basically our Goku, our Oob, our Pan, our Gohan, our Videl, Piccolo, Vegeta, Trunks, Goten. They are basically our characters from Dragon Ball Z. But saying that, these characters are also different at the same time, because in Dragon Ball Z, in the main timeline, the characters from Dragon Ball Z has never met Bojack, or Broly, or Dr. Richie, or Arudagon. Basically, all the Dragon Ball Z villains in the main timeline of Dragon Ball Z anyways. But in Dragon Ball Multiverse in Universe 18, Universe 18 has fought Broly, Bojack, and I can assume Cooler, and maybe Dr. Richie. At the very least I think so anyways. And I think that's all the movie villains that they fought in their universe anyways. So yeah, basically Universe 18 is basically our Dragon Ball Z, but some of the Dragon Ball Z movies was also in their timeline, and not an alternate dimension where it never happened in the main timeline of Dragon Ball Z. So you guys get what I'm trying to say? I know it's confusing, but basically, in Dragon Ball Z, not Dragon Ball Multiverse, the movie villains don't exist in Dragon Ball Z. Those movies are in an alternative reality where these movie villains do exist. They have nothing to do with the main timeline. But in Dragon Ball Multiverse, there are a few villains that are from those movies, like Bojack, Broly, Dr. Richie, Cooler, who has been written in to the main plot of Dragon Ball Multiverse in Universe 18. Basically, Universe 18 is like Dragon Ball Z, but Broly was written inside of the timeline, Cooler, Dr. Richie, Bojack. Basically, Universe 18 is like Dragon Ball Z, but with those four villains within that timeline, but only loosely. These characters from Universe 18 is loosely basically the same from Dragon Ball Z, but not exactly the same because they have experience with Broly twice, Bojack, Cooler, Dr. Richie. The characters from Universe 18, like I said, is loosely based on our characters from Dragon Ball Z, but they have experience with Broly, Bojack, Cooler, and maybe Dr. Richie. And Harudagon, I forgot about him. But Salagor rewrote these segments where Cooler, Broly, Bojack, so that these characters would fit in perfectly within the timeline of Dragon Ball Z, like if they were integrated into Dragon Ball Z. So you guys get what I'm saying. Universe 18 is basically our characters from Dragon Ball Z, but they aren't the same characters because they've came in contact with Broly, Bojack, Cooler, Arudagon, maybe Dr. Richie. So you guys get what I'm saying. And also, let's not forget about the divergence from other universes. These are the 19 universes are what-if situations. Like, if Cell won against Goku or Gohan? What if the androids won? What if Goku never bumped his head and forgot about things? What if Bobbidi won? What if Super Boo won? What if Bojack won? What if Vagito didn't defuse? Basically, the majority of these universes have something to do with Goku. Not all of them, but the majority of them. And a few of them don't have anything to do with Goku. But I'm not going to get into those. I want to concentrate on Universe 18 and Universe 16. Now, Universe 16 and Universe 18 diverged from one another when Goku and Vegeta never diffused from Vagito. And so, Vegito stayed with Bulma, and Vegito and Bulma had a kid, and they named her Bra, and she was born with a power level that was much more stronger than Broly. So, that's Universe 16, and Universe 18 is basically Dragon Ball Z. Goku and Vegeta defuse, they get everybody out of Super Buu, Kid Buu blows up the Earth, and Goku and Vegeta fight Kid Buu on the planet of the Kois. So yeah, that's the main difference of where these two universes split, if Vegito never diffused. Now, the main point why I made this video was because I was sick and tired of everybody jumping on Bra saying, she's bad, she's evil, she's killed millions of people, some Bra is awful, I don't feel pity for this character, she killed her own brother on that planet, oh she killed Gohan. And as I read through the comments, I just got so angry at these people giving Bra so much crap. Now again, I understood where everybody was coming from when we saw the story as to why Vegito would kill Bra. She transformed into a Super Saiyan 2, blew up a planet with millions of people on it, including Goten, and destroyed the sun, which would go supernova, which in turn would destroy the whole solar system. And when she woke up and Vegito says of what just happened and how she killed Goten, she didn't show any remorse of what she did. Killing people on a planet, even her own brother. Loads of people were angry at Bra because of this. And guys, believe me, when I saw this, I was on your side. I understood where you guys were coming from. I understood how you guys felt. She didn't show any concern about the planet she destroyed. She didn't show any concern about Goten. She was just happy that she got so much stronger without even being conscious about it. I mean, the first time when Blackscape said that Vegito abused his own daughter, I was like, yes, cancel Vegito for abusing his daughter. Now, me personally, I genuinely thought Vegito wanted to kill his own daughter because he didn't want anybody to be more powerful than him. That's what I originally thought when I first saw Blackscape's video. I didn't read the manga because I was out of the loop for a bit, but when I saw this video and Blackscape said Vegito abused his daughter, I was like, son of a bitch. But now that we got the full story as to why Vegito would say that to Bra, I was like, yes, I side with you guys. I side with all of you guys who say that, oh, Bra's awful, she didn't care about Goten, she didn't care about all these millions of people that she killed on this planet. For a while, I was on your side, guys. I understood where you guys were coming from, 100%. However, I took 2 steps back, gathered my thoughts, reread the manga, remembered things from the original series, and there was a few things that popped into my head. And I know for a fact that I'm going to get a lot of people out there angry about this, but Universe 16 Vegito is awful. What he said to Bra was uncalled for. He has literally scarred Bra for life. Hell, there was people in the comment section saying, oh, don't make Vegito look bad, and Vegito wasn't wrong. And those are the people that really ticks me off. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you guys something. It's all thanks to Vegito. Bra turned into a majin. When Vegito told Bra that he would kill her before she gets stronger than Vegito, this scared Bra. Bra isn't an evil character. Not even as a child. It was all thanks to Vegito that Bra turned into a majin. Vegito scared Bra. He scarred her for life. For Vegito to say this to a little girl, his own child, was 100% uncalled for. And over the years, this fear that Bra has for Vegito grew to resentment, anger, hatred, and other mixed emotions. We can assume that Bra hated Vegito from that day on, especially when he left her all alone and told her to find her way back home, find the Dragon Balls and fix everything. And this was seconds before the sun went supernova and she couldn't find her way home. She didn't know where Earth was. Fear, anxiety, frustration. There was a lot of emotions that Bra was going through. She was happy that she was able to surpass even Gohan now, and Bra thought that Vegeta would be proud of her. But instead, Vegeta calls her dangerous, saying that she's another Broly, and telling her that she's dangerous, and even saying, before you get stronger than me, I will kill you. He tells her to find her way back, find the Dragon Balls, and fix everything. There was a lot of emotion going on here with Bra. Again, frustration, fear, anxiety, confusion. It's all thanks to Vegito that Bra turned into a majin. All this is his fault. Now, I know what some people are going to say. They're going to say, oh, but Geek Freak, some Bra wasn't concerned that she killed her own brother and those people on that planet. She was only happy that she got stronger. And that in turn makes her awful, not showing concern that she killed her own brother and those people on that planet. Well, here's what I have to say to you guys.
Dragon Balls.
Yes, Dragon Balls. Bra knows about the Dragon Balls. She knows the Dragon Balls can bring back anybody. And you know what? I think Tien from Dragon Ball Abridged sums this all up perfectly. Just listen to this.
It's over.
What?
Goku could not escape the explosion. Namek is gone. And so is he.
No. Goku, no! No!
Why do you care?
What?
Why do any of you care? Are you forgetting the whole reason that they went to Namek in the first place? Now we have 2 sets of Dragon Balls.
Well, yeah, but you make it sound like death has no consequence.
It really doesn't. We're literally waiting to go back. Hell, this is Chaozu's 2nd time.
Next time I get a free Sunday.
Huh.
Ha!
Yeah.
Yes, death does not have any consequences. Sombra is a child. She has never fully understood the concept of losing somebody to death forever. She knows that Goten can come back. She knows those people can be wished back thanks to the Dragon Balls. I mean, let me ask you guys something. Let's just say, for example, that you did have a way to bring somebody back to life. Like example, the Dragon Balls. In fact, there are 2 sets of Dragon Balls in Dragon Ball Multiverse. Well, 2 sets of Dragon Balls in certain universes like Universe 16, Universe 18, and a few others that I can't think about. I mean, if somebody was to die, you would think, okay, no big deal, I'll just go and wish them back. And throughout the entirety of the series, the main cast of Dragon Ball Z and in Dragon Ball Multiverse, in Universe 16 and Universe 18, has took for granted the powers of the Dragon Balls. It's like a casual everyday thing for them. Oh, Master Roshi's dead? No problem, Dragon Balls. Oh, the entire planet's gonna blow up? Okay, no problem. Let's go to Planet Namek and use their Dragon Balls. Literally everybody in the series in both Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Multiverse in some universes has been desensitized. I mean, sure, in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, we are told that if you die by non-natural causes, like old age or sickness, then you would be brought back to life. And in the beginning of Z, it was nerve-wracking because Krillin was already killed, so he couldn't be brought back to life again. And the same with Chaozu. He died once and now he can't be brought back again. And once Piccolo was killed, the Earth's Dragon Balls were gone. So Krillin, Gohan and Goku had to go to Namek, get the Namekian Dragon Balls over there so they can wish back all their friends. And on Namek, everything was on a thread. The Namekian Dragon Balls thrown around from Vegeta to Frieza to Gohan and Krillin to the Ginyu Force. And not to mention, Piccolo was shot through the heart and he was hanging on for dear life. And if he died, then Kami would die and then the Dragon Balls would turn to stone forever. But everything turned out good in the end. And then when Piccolo fused with Kami, they had no more Dragon Balls. And then they got Dende to be the new Guardian and he reactivated the Dragon Balls. But he still couldn't bring back a person who has already died once. Until a few years later where he upgraded the Dragon Balls again. And this time he upgraded them so you can bring back people back to life as many times as you want. Both the Namekian Dragon Balls and the Earth Dragon Balls can do this now. And you know what? I think future Trunks understands what it's like to lose people forever because the androids of his time killed Piccolo, so there was no more Dragon Balls. I mean, sure, there was Dragon Balls on Namek, but they couldn't find them. In fact, why didn't they even try looking for the Namekians anyways in Dragon Ball Z? But yeah, I shouldn't get off track. Now, even though Tien did say death has no consequence, the only reason he said that was because in their universe they have Dragon Balls, 2 sets. But in future Trunks' timeline, he doesn't have any Dragon Balls and they can't find the Namekians. And I have absolutely no idea how they would even get to Namek anyways. It's only those who don't have Dragon Balls or have any other means of bringing people back to life. Once you take something for granted, you tend not to worry about anything else. Because, hey, the Dragon Balls are there. Those things will just fix everything. In fact, that's a thought. Why was Vegito angry at Sombra anyways? He knows the Dragon Balls can fix everything, and Sombra just minutes ago just activated her Super Saiyan 2 form, which I would like to remind everybody she had no control over, and her instincts kicked in. And also, one other thing, Sombra from Dragon Ball Multiverse, and not just Sombra, but from the main series of Dragon Ball, mostly saiyans, have lost their sense of self, or has lost control, or doesn't remember of what they did because they've gotten so powerful. Sombra was unconscious, or lost control of her powers. Okay, let me ask you guys this. Are we going to blame Kid Goku for stepping on his grandpa when he turned into the Great Ape, even though Goku was unconscious or didn't realize what he did? Because Goku would have never have done that, consciously anyway. Goku went back to his natural instincts. He lost control of himself. Goku has never controlled his 8th form in Dragon Ball, in Dragon Ball Z, in Dragon Ball Super. It's the same with Gohan. For when Gohan was a kid, there has been times when even Gohan, when he was a kid, whenever he got angry, he lost self-control and couldn't remember what he did. all the way to the Saiyan saga, the only time Gohan took control of his outtro form is when Goku snapped Gohan out of it. Well, I don't know what the levels of control Gohan had in his outtro form, but Goku did snap Gohan out of it, and Gohan went after Vegeta. And Gohan has been in his outtro form 3 times, and on the 3rd time, Goku snapped Gohan out of it, and we can assume Gohan knew what he needed to do. Hell, look at Vegeta. When he went into his outtro form, Vegeta was fully in control of his outtro form, and he was making conscious decisions. Vegeta was in full control in his outtro form. Hell, look at Goku in the Frieza saga when he went Super Saiyan 1 the first time. Goku was barely in control of his Super Saiyan form. This was the first time that Goku went Super Saiyan. This is the first time that he's ever been in control of Super Saiyan. And Goku said it himself. He told Gohan to leave before he loses complete control. So all that time when Goku was fighting against Frieza, you could say it was a mixture of Goku and his raw instinct fighting over control of who would get the keys to Goku's body. And in the Cell saga, when Goku was training with Gohan in the Hyperbot time chamber, Goku fully mastered Super Saiyan 1. He was in full control of Super Saiyan 1, and he didn't have the problem of losing control to his instincts in Super Saiyan 1. Look at the original Broly and Dragon Ball Super Broly. Both of these guys couldn't fully control their power. Broly, as a baby and a kid, didn't know what the hell they were doing. Even when Broly was a kid, he wasn't even in control of himself. Hell, look at Dragon Ball Super Broly. Once Broly went into his Wrath form, then Super Saiyan, then Legendary Super Saiyan, that was it. Broly was a loose cannon. He couldn't be reasoned with. I mean, yeah, Goku tried to talk some sense into Broly, but Broly's natural instincts took control of Broly. Broly has never gone Wrath or Super Saiyan or Legendary Super Saiyan. All Broly has ever known was his base form and his outtro form, which he couldn't control, by the way. So Paragus had to cut off Broly's tail, and Broly has never trained in his Wrath form or Super Saiyan form or Legendary Super Saiyan form. It was all new to him. He couldn't control the power. And also there's Gohan when he went Super Saiyan 2. I mean, you can make the argument that since Gohan trained in his Super Saiyan 1 form and perfected it, you could make the assumption that it lessened the effects of Super Saiyan 2 because he learned to control Super Saiyan 1. Hell, even Death Battle, to their credit, acknowledges, besides from Super Saiyan 1, Goku does lose some self-control as he's fighting in his Super Saiyan 2, 3, and 4 forms in GT.
With each transformation, minus full power to Super Saiyan 1, Goku loses some self-control, becoming more violent and instinct-prone.
When I'm at this power level, it's hard for me to listen to reason. I just lose control.
Now the difference between Super Saiyan 2 Gohan when he first got it and Super Saiyan 2 Sombra when she first got Super Saiyan 2 is a few factors. Number 1, Sombra was younger than Gohan when he first got Super Saiyan 2. Gohan was 11 years old when he first got Super Saiyan 2. And number 2, Sombra is much more powerful than Gohan or Goten when they were little kids. I mean, look at Goku and Vegito. Without years and years and years of training, their powers would have gone out of control and they would have most likely blew themselves up, or something else could have happened. I mean, remember the flashback when Vegeta told us about the Legendary Super Saiyan on the planet Namek? He said that the Legendary Super Saiyan was so powerful that he destroyed not only himself, but the original planet Sadol, if I remember correctly. So we can assume that the original Super Saiyan couldn't handle his power and couldn't control his instincts, and that in turn eventually destroyed him. The original Super Saiyan couldn't handle his own power, and that in turn destroyed him. Now, I want to talk about Vegito. I will get back to Sombra in a bit. I just want to bring up a few things about Vegito. Now, even though I do agree Vegito had to stop Sombra because she was completely out of control, there was no need for Vegito to talk to his daughter that way. I mean, come on, did he forget about the Dragon Balls? And also, Bra just recently activated Super Saiyan 2, and he should know by now the more powerful you get, or the more transformations you get in terms of Super Saiyans, the more likely you're going to lose control. And Bra was a little kid, and she was much more powerful than anybody in the entire series of Dragon Ball. Well, I mean, if she existed in the main series of Dragon Ball Z anyways. Again, she was much more powerful in her base form, much more powerful than anybody. That includes Goten, Trunks, Gohan, freaking Broly. And yes, she had trouble controlling herself when she had Super Saiyan 1. This is shown in the manga, well, the Dragon Ball multiverse manga anyways. But she learned to control it over time, and she managed to do that. And then when she went on a mission with Vagito, Goten and the others, and when one thing led to another, Bra went Super Saiyan 2. Again, some Bra is much more powerful in her base form, and going Super Saiyan could most likely be much more powerful when Goku and Vegeta went Super Saiyan 2 in Dragon Ball Z. That's how powerful she is. And when she was provoked and beaten and humiliated and ganged up, Bra snapped and went Super Saiyan 2, and she beat down her enemies without mercy. And again, her instincts took over. Hell, she didn't even remember what she did. This was the first time she went Super Saiyan 2, and she could barely control it. Okay, I'm going off track. Let me go back to Vagito. Again, Vagito shouldn't have said that to Bra, because again, she just recently activated Super Saiyan 2, and she doesn't remember what she did. So, what does he expect? If some Bra can train to control Super Saiyan 1, which we have been shown that she did have problems controlling, then it is possible for some Bra to control Super Saiyan 2. So Vagito shouldn't even be angry at some Bra for destroying the planet and killing Goten. And I agree with her, it wasn't her fault. She doesn't even remember doing it. Bra isn't an evil character. And I'll say it again, the only reason that Bra turned into a Majin was because of Vagito. Vagito made some Bra the way she is was because of that one moment when he said that he would kill her if she surpassed him. And again, this started loads of emotions, from bitterness to hatred, jealousy, fear. Vagito mentally scarred her. Sombra was afraid of her own father, which no father should do. No daughter should be afraid of her own father. A father is supposed to be there for their kids. And Vagito should know, for a little kid like Bra to have all that power and to go Super Saiyan 2, he should know how hard it is to control that power. He should know he's Goku and Vegeta in one body. He knows how hard it is to contain and control the Super Saiyan forms without training to control them. And Bra recently activated Super Saiyan 2. I know I keep saying this, but I'm sorry, this really ticked me off. And also, there's another thing I would like to talk about Vegito. Now, let me ask you guys this. Do you remember in Dragon Ball Z when Goku and Vegeta fused and they became Vegito? Yeah, Vegeta came back from hell and fused with Goku. Vegeta wasn't a good person at that point. Vegeta still went to hell after when he blew himself up trying to take Fat Boo with him, and it was mere minutes after he came back to Earth and fused with Goku. And then when Vegeta went inside of Boo in Dragon Ball Z and in Universe 18, they defused and became separate entities again. And then one thing led to another. Both Goku and Vegeta went to the Kai world, and there they fought Kid Buu. And when Goku and Kid Buu was fighting, Vegeta came to the realization that Goku was better than him. This was when Vegeta became a good guy. And when Vegeta made a plan to bring back Earth and everybody who were good-willed and innocent people, this wish in turn brought Vegeta back to life. So the realization of admitting that Goku's better than him and making the plan of bringing the Earth back and bringing everybody back to life that was on Earth, this in turn made Vegeta a good guy. He conformed himself. He wanted to do the right thing. And it was only at this point where Vegeta admitted that Goku was better, and his selfless wish of bringing back everybody, including the Earth, instead of bringing himself back to life, this completes Vegeta's arc. He truly conformed himself, and was actually one of the good guys now. However, in Universe 16, Vegito never went through that. Vegeta, when he came back to Earth in Universe 16, was still a bad guy, even though he tried to blow himself up with Majin Buu. And hell, there's no Oob in Universe 16. Vegeta in Universe 16 never conformed or ever admitted that Goku was better than him. None of those events happened. Vegeta never conformed himself and never admitted that Goku was better than him. So that means that Vegito is half evil. Hell, even in Dragon Ball Multiverse, even Deborah said that Vegito isn't completely pure. So yeah, let that sink in for a moment. And again, Sombra is a child. She's still growing. She's still learning. Children make mistakes, and it's up to the parents to teach and learn and discipline their kids. And do I need to remind you guys of something? Saiyan fathers don't make the best fathers. I mean, sure, yeah, Goku is pure of heart, and he loves to fight, he loves the challenge, but come on, he's never been Father of the Year. And let's not forget about Vegeta. Throughout Trunks' life, Vegeta never gave Trunks the attention of what Trunks needs. I mean, yeah, sure, Vegeta has been training with Trunks, but Trunks doesn't need a sparring partner. Trunks needs a father. And if you ask me, I think Gohan is a better father than what Vegeta, Goku and Vegito will ever be. I mean, yeah, sure, when Vegeta decided to blow himself up, he held Trunks in his arms for the first time, and after beating Buu, Vegeta became more of a family man, and he does a better job than Goku of being a father. I mean, don't get me wrong, Goku loves his kids, he doesn't want anything bad to happen to him, and he does spend time with them, but come on, Goku spends most of his time sleeping, eating, training, and fighting. Man oh man, I've better pissed off a lot of people by now. Hell, in Dragon Ball Multiverse, when Vegito was trying to talk with Bra and trying to train with her, Vegito just gave up and just teleported away. Yeah, he just gave up. And the only one who gave Bra any attention and patience was Gohan. Gohan was more understanding, more loving, and he trained with Bra to control her Super Saiyan form. Some Bra spent more time with Gohan than with Vegito. Most of the time, Vegito is away from home, fighting bad guys on the other side of the universe. So yeah, Vegito isn't a good father. I mean, yeah, sure, he trains with them, but again, they don't need a sparring partner, they need a father. Someone like Gohan, he's a good father figure. Okay, I know I'm going off track, so I'm going to go on to the home stretch and talk about Bra. Now, from what we've seen throughout the entirety of Dragon Ball Multiverse, the manga, we've seen Bra throughout the entire tournament in a positive light. When her niece Pan dies at the hands of Bojack, she goes absolutely ballistic, going on saying that she's going to kill Bojack for what Bojack did to Pan. And when Pan was brought back to life, Bra was crying. She was happy that Pan was back. Hell, in their universe, Pan and Bra actually trained together. They had fun together. These two were really close. I mean, look at Frieza. When he was brought back to life in Dragon Ball Super, he didn't care that his father was still dead. He just brushed his death off like it was nothing. But Bra was actually angry when Pan was killed, and she was happy when Pan was brought back to life. And when Bra heard the story from the comparators from Universe 19 on how they needed the Dragon Balls to wish away the carbonite that was destroying their universe, Bra said that she would fight on Universe 19's behalf and win the tournament. And even if they don't win, they can use the Dragon Balls from Universe 16 or Universe 18 and wish away the carbonite that's in Universe 19. And Sombra was determined and even asked Piccolo to give her some extra weights so she can train harder for her next match. She even says she has more determination because she has something to fight for. It isn't about training, she is actually fighting for something. Sombra wants to help. She isn't an evil being like Frieza or Cell or Moro, Baby, Hachiak. She is 100% not evil. And that is something I don't think Dragon Ball Multiverse fans understand. Or is it because she doesn't fit your criteria of what a hero should be? All because she killed people. You guys go nuts. Is it because that a hero should never kill people? They have to be pure and honest. Something like Goku maybe? Well, let me ask you guys something. What about Vegeta? Vegeta killed millions upon millions upon millions of people. Piccolo in Dragon Ball wanted to kill Goku and take over the world. And Frieza is an intergalactic tyrant. But guess what? Everybody loves these three characters now. Everybody was cheering on Frieza when he was in the Tournament of Power, fighting alongside with Goku and 17. There are loads of people who love Vegeta, even though he has an evil past. And Piccolo is the reincarnation of his own father, and he wanted to take over the world. But these three guys have helped Goku in the past. Piccolo changed, Vegeta changed, and you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Frieza was to change as well, because I think that's where Frieza is headed. He's either going to be neutral or he's going to go on the same path as Vegeta. I mean, come on, it's clear that's going to happen with Frieza. And there I go, going off track again. Now again, we know Sombra is a good person. She's not like Frieza or Cell or Buu, or how Vegeta used to be, or King Piccolo, and this was before she was a Majin, being controlled by Bobbidi. I mean, yeah, Sombra is extremely powerful and she can barely control her powers, but when Sombra was turned into a Majin, she also went Super Saiyan 2. So Bobbidi mind controlled a 16-year-old girl who had fears and trauma because of her father, Vegito, and this uncontrolled Super Saiyan 2, which was amplified by Bobbidi's magic when he mind controlled her. So it was the combination of an untrained Super Saiyan 2 and Bobbidi used her fears, anger, hatred to gain control of this 16-year-old girl. Now some people will say, oh but Geek Freak, both Vegeta and Cell didn't fully let Bobbidi control them. And yes, this happened in Dragon Ball Z with Vegeta, and it also happened in Universe 16 and Universe 18, again with Vegeta. And Cell from Dragon Ball Multiverse wasn't under Bobbidi's control. He was just playing along, so Cell also didn't let Bobbidi fully control him. But what about the other villains that was in the tournament and also the spectators who was watching the tournament who also got turned into Majins? I mean, there was the Cell Juniors, there was Nappa, Kakarot, and there was also one of the Universe 19 warriors who got turned into a Majin. There was King Piccolo, King Cold, Frieza, Cooler. I mean, besides from Cell, all the villains that was left behind got mind controlled by Bobbity. All these villains and all these spectators were weak-willed and weak-minded. I mean, come on, who doesn't have a little bit of darkness in them? They all got turned into Majins. And again, there was also the spectators who was watching the fight. Like, maybe more than half of them was turned into Majins. I mean, for all we know, they could have just added a little bit of darkness in their hearts to people who was pure evil. So it could have been a wide range from people having a little bit of darkness in their hearts to being absolutely evil. It depends on the spectator. And again, we have seen time and time again that Bra isn't evil. It's all thanks to Vagito that some Bra ended up the way she did. Now I know what some of you are going to say. You're going to say, oh, but Geek Freak, Bra should have at least tried to break the mind control that Bobbity put on her. But she didn't do that. She didn't hesitate to kill Gohan, Piccolo, the Grand Supreme Kai, literally everybody who was against her. Well, I'm going to tell you guys something. Bra struggles to control her Super Saiyan 2 form, and Bra is also 16. She's still a child. Vegeta was, I don't know, about somewhere around 40 when he was mind controlled by Bobbity, and Cell was most likely maybe in his late 20s or late 30s or something. If Bra has trouble controlling Super Saiyan 2, then she's gonna have trouble being controlled by somebody like Bobbity. Again, Bra let her fears get the better of her, but Vegeta and Cell has trained a lot to control their Super Saiyan 2 forms, so it was easy for Vegeta and Cell to override Bobbity's magic. I mean, just look at this panel here. Gohan said that Bobbity was stronger, and her brother Gohan said that Bra has lost control a few times. And you know what? Yes, mentally, some Bra is weak, and emotionally, she's weak. And on this last panel, Bra Briefs said that some Bra is passive. Some Bra realizes that mentally and emotionally, she is weak. And once she realized that, the letter M on her forehead vanished. Now, at first, the reason I thought the M disappeared on Sombra's forehead was because I thought Zenbu killed Bobbity. That's what I thought at first. But then, when I saw this panel, and it shows that Bobbity is still alive, and Zenbu is just messing with Bobbity, I realised Sombra broke out of Bobbity's magic. So yeah, Sombra actually did it by herself. She broke out of Bobbity's magic all by herself. And then, when she broke out of Bobbity's mind control, she started crying, saying, oh no, I'm a murderer, I killed Gohan. And she had a lot of regret, and she even acknowledged that she cannot be forgiven. She acknowledged her mistakes. I mean, if this was Frieza or Cell or Moro, they would just laugh it off. But Sombra regrets what she did, and she was crying about it as well. That's not the tears of an evil person, that's the tears of somebody who recognised that they made a mistake, and regrets those mistakes. The first time, when Bra killed Goten and all those people on that planet, she couldn't remember what she did, but when she got turned into a Majin, she let her fears take over her, and she knew what she was doing. She let the darkness in her heart take control over her until Bra Briefs knocked some sense into Sombra, and that in turn broke the spell. I mean, come on, if she can barely control herself in Super Saiyan 2, then how the hell is she able to control herself when somebody has brainwashed her? It was the combination of her instinct and her untrained Super Saiyan 2 form mixed with the magic of Bobbity controlling her, and the fact that she's 16 years old, using her fears, anger, frustration, and all mixed emotions that turned her into a Majin. If she can barely control herself while in Super Saiyan 2, then how is she able to control herself when somebody has brainwashed her? But it's all thanks to Bra Briefs. God, that's a tongue twister. Bra Briefs. I bit myself twice by saying that. It was all thanks to Bra Briefs, who put Sombra in her place. She told Sombra of what she needed to hear. Even though Bra Briefs doesn't know what Sombra has gone through, she tells Bra that she needs to overcome her trials even in her mind. She needs to get over her insecurities, her fear. She needs to lift herself up instead of having somebody else help her out. If she wants to be number one, she needs to do this. She needs to better herself in body and mind, and this is something that Sombra hasn't done. She needs to train in order to get better, and not let her fears get in the way of her progress, and not let others carry her. She needs to get up, sort her shit out, stand up, train herself in body and mind, and get over her fears. She relied on Bobbity's power, when she really needs is to rely on herself. And after hearing all of this from Bra Briefs, Sombra broke out of Bobbity's spell. Now, when I first saw this, I assumed Super Boo killed Bobbity, and that was why the M on her forehead disappeared. But later, we find out that Bobbity is still alive. We can see it on this panel right here, where Super Boo is just torturing him. So, Sombra broke out of Bobity's spell, and it was thanks to Bra briefs that she broke out of Bobity's spell. And after that, some Bra broke down and started crying, regretting what she did. She admitted that she can't be forgiven. She regretted killing her own brother. And also, Bra is 16 years old, and she is way more powerful than what Gohan used to be. Let me ask you guys this. In Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Super, have you guys ever seen anybody cry and regrets for what they did? Because I can't recall anybody in the original show doing that they killed millions and millions of people, or a few thousand people, and cried about it later. I mean, look at Gohan when he went Super Saiyan 2, and when Goku teleported away with Cell, Gohan blamed himself because he blamed himself for not finishing off Cell earlier like what Goku said, and he was crying like crazy. Gohan blamed himself for indirectly killing his father, because Gohan knew if he had stopped screwing around and just killed Cell there and then, he wouldn't have lost Goku. So you guys can blame all of this on Vagito. All this happened because of him. If he never threatened Bra in the first place, then none of this would have happened. Vagito should have known better. He knew the Dragon Balls would have fixed everything. Vagito knew that it was hard to contain and control the Super Saiyan forms, especially when it comes to a little kid like Bra, who is already powerful enough to begin with. In her base form, he knew it was hard for her to control Super Saiyan 1, and so she trained to better herself, and she only recently achieved Super Saiyan 2 when she blew up that planet, and she doesn't even remember doing it. This is exactly the same when Gohan or Goku went to Zoro when they was kids, and they don't remember anything what they did in that form. And it's the same with Broly, Dragon Ball Super Broly. Once he went Super Saiyan 1, Broly was attacking everybody, regardless. It was his natural instinct. He was totally unconscious of what he was doing, and it was when Gogeta punched Broly in the stomach, and that was the point when Broly finally came to his senses. And the last thing that Broly saw was Gogeta firing a Kamehameha at him. We saw Broly's irises, so we can safely say that Broly came back to his senses. Look at Goku when he went into his Golden Great Ape form. He had no control, so you guys can't blame Bra for that. And again, she knows about the Dragon Balls. She knows that Goten can be brought back. Death has no consequence in Dragon Ball, and that is what Sombra has been exposed to. No consequence of death, because she knows everything is going to be okay with the Dragon Balls. And Sombra has only experienced one fear, her father, that he is ready and willing to kill his own daughter, all because she unconsciously achieved Super Saiyan 2 and she couldn't control it. And not only that, I know I said this before, but not only did he threaten his own daughter's life, he left her alone, telling her to find her own way back to planet Earth. He leaves her all alone moments before the sun went supernova, and she was desperate to find a safe place before the sun blows up, and she didn't know the way back to Earth. She was hoping that her father would be proud of her because she achieved Super Saiyan 2, but instead she was met with a threat, left all alone, and didn't know the way back to Earth, and the sun was about to explode, and she only had seconds to move to somewhere safe, and she felt like a failure because she wanted to get praise from her own father, but instead he threatened her. No little kid should have to go through that. She said it herself that she couldn't remember doing anything, and I'll say it again, even though she knows that the Dragon Balls can fix everything, she was also excited to know that she's achieved Super Saiyan 2, and she was hoping for praise from her own father. But instead, she was met with a threat instead of praise, and this in turn scared Bra, and this fear turned to darkness over time. All this was because of Vagito. He was responsible for everything. I'll say it again. Vagito knows how difficult it is to contain the Super Saiyan forms, and Bra herself said that she doesn't even remember doing anything. And instead of, okay, this is what you've done, you blew up an entire planet and a sun is going supernova, you need to train to control yourself. He could have handled this much better without even threatening Sombra's life. Everybody's death at the stadium was all because of Vagito. Vagito was the trigger. And I know what some of you are going to say. You're going to say, hey Geek Freak, leave Vagito alone. Vagito is cool and a badass. He was just putting some Sombra in her place. Vagito is my favorite character, leave him alone. Okay, number one, no, I will not leave Vagito alone. If you guys love the original Vagito from Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super, then that's fine. Especially Vagito from Dragon Ball Super, because this Vagito is pure. This Vagito is righteous. This Vagito separated into Goku and Vegeta. Vegeta accepted his place and became a good guy. And now this Vagito is pure. But this Vagito from Dragon Ball Multiverse from Universe 16 is completely different from Vagito from the main series. When Vegeta was separate into Goku and Vegeta, they fought Broly and a few other movie villains, which wasn't in the main series. Vegito has the memories of all these other villains that he's faced, and that includes Broly. And Vegito is half evil, because what I said earlier about Vegeta not fully conforming and admitting Goku was the best. So yeah, Vegito is half evil. Okay, let me talk about Vegeta for a moment. Yes, I said Vegeta, not Vegito. Let's have a look at the difference between him and Bra. These are the two characters. That was a Z warrior that got transformed into a Majin. And there is a difference between these two. And Vegeta told the truth. He said he wanted to be a Majin. He wanted to be much more powerful. I mean, just listen to his speech.
I push myself to the edge of my limits and beyond, but you've been born with a natural talent far beyond my own. No amount of training could have closed the gap between us. I realize that now. It was made painfully obvious to me today as I watched your fight with Babidi's monster. Imagine my shock to see the undeniable proof, to discover that no matter how hard I tried, I would never be able to catch you. A warrior prince forever living in the shadow of a low-level clown. So that's when I secretly made up my mind. You mean you fool! You deliberately let yourself fall under Babidi's spell! Yes, I saw the power of Babidi's magic. At the World Martial Arts Tournament, those two henchmen he sent. The people who had seen those fighters in the previous tournament couldn't understand how they become so powerful. But you and I know, don't we? It was Babidi's magic, and I knew that what his magic had done for those fighters, it could also do for me. I knew that if I allowed myself to fall under his control, the difference in our power would disappear. I'm quite pleased with the results, even if they do come at a price. I'd say the end more than justifies the means.
Vegeta, I don't understand. You've never allowed anyone to help you before in your life. Why start now? Why Babidi?
Because I wanted him to reawaken the evil in my heart. I wanted him to return me to the way I was before! I was the perfect warrior, cold and ruthless. I lived by my strength alone, uninhibited by foolish emotion. But slowly, over the years, I became one of you, my quest for greatness gradually giving way to this life of mediocrity. I awoke one day to find that I had settled down, formed a family. I had even grown quite fond of them. Would you believe, I almost started to think the Earth was a nice place to live. Do you understand now, Kakarot? That's why I needed Babidi, to set me free, by releasing the evil in my heart. He has freed me of these petty attachments. And I'd have to say it feels pretty good.
Do you really believe what you're saying?
Yes, Vegeta wanted to return to his former self. He wanted to get stronger, even if it meant being under control of Babidi. Vegeta knew that he was already way below Goku in terms of power, so he let himself be controlled. And also, let's not forget about how this spell affects the user. When Babidi controls you, it brings out your dark side even more, and the person who Babidi is controlling becomes loyal to him. And this happened to King Piccolo, Frieza, Cooler, King Cold, Kakarot, Nappa, basically the old Ginyu Force, and also the spectators. And there's ever only been two people within the series of Dragon Ball Multiverse and Dragon Ball Z that got more powerful because of Babidi, but they never followed his orders. They was either just pretending just like Cell did in Dragon Ball Multiverse. Cell was able to keep his sense of self and fight on the good guy's side to try and take down some Bra, and then there was Vegeta, who decided to knock out Goku and go and fight Majin Buu. Both Cell and Vegeta both had strong wills. Both of these characters had to train in body and soul in order to contain and control their power, because again, like with all Saiyans, they lose their sense of self and their instincts kick in, making them lose control a little bit. But if you're able to control your body and mind and focus all your power, then you'll have a grasp on your power. That's why Cell from Dragon Ball Multiverse backstabbed Babidi, or was never on his side to begin with, and the same thing happened to Vegeta. Even though he chose it at the beginning and then decided to go and fight Majin Buu, both of these guys had strong wills. Both Vegeta and Cell had practice, they trained, and it's thanks to all this training that both of these guys did all paid off. They didn't fully conform to Bobbity, and all Bobbity did was just give him a power-up. And when it comes to Sombra, I'm just going to say it, she is weak-willed. She never fully controlled Super Saiyan 2, and it's been stated throughout the entire manga of Dragon Ball Multiverse. Everyone's saying, don't go Super Saiyan 2, don't go Super Saiyan 2, because we have seen it for ourselves. In Super Saiyan 2, she is a loose cannon, but we've also seen her try to control that form. Emphasis on Troy. Gohan was afraid of her using that form, Vagito especially. Sombra had no control whatsoever. Sombra was weak in body and mind. I mean, yes, she's strong, don't get me wrong, but she's never fully controlled Super Saiyan 2. It's hard for her to do that. Either she put it off, or people told her not to use it, and Sombra is prone to anger. Hell, look at chapter 1785. The villains was ganging up on her, they took down Goten, making fun of her, and said that they can't wait to fight the real thing. And these guys got bra angry. We've especially saw this when Pan from her universe was killed by Bojack, and she swore that she would kill Bojack for what he did. Sombra has a short fuse. Hell, look at the match between Sombra and Zenya, one of Bojack's minions. Zenya got bra all rolled up, and only in her base form she punched Zenya and she died. And Sombra even said to the Vagito that she did try to hold back, but again she let her anger get the best of her. So even in her base form she's a loose cannon. She has no self-control. She is weak-willed in body and mind, so it was easy for Bobbity to take control of her. And even though she had darkness in her, that darkness was put there thanks to Vagito. There is a huge difference between your instincts take over and being evil. Her fears, her insecurities, all this was brought about because of what Vagito said. So I'll say it again. It was the combination between Sombra being weak in body and mind, she never fully mastered her powers, and she has a short fuse. And number two, it was her fears that got the best of her. And that's how Bobbity managed to control her, because of those two things. I mean, come on, look at Vegeta. From the beginning of the series of Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta was a bastard. He has killed millions and millions of people, tried to kill Goku, his son, Krillin. He gave the orders to Nappa to kill everybody. He tried to blow up the earth. He killed the Namekians on planet Namek. He backstabbed Goku by running off and letting Ginyu take care of Goku. He was going to kill Gohan and Krillin after they summoned the dragon. And Vegeta, from the beginning of Dragon Ball Z all the way to the point where he faced off against Fat Boo, he has done a lot of horrible deeds, and he has screwed over everybody. He let Cell get to his perfect form, he refused to listen to Trunks, and he wanted to fight the androids. He told Frieza to transform, and yes, I know there's a few more, but I can't think of them at the top of my head. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Throughout this series, Vegeta, up until the Fat Boo saga, has done a lot of terrible things. Killing innocents, mass genocide, destroying planets, using people, backstabbing people, making a mess of absolutely everything. Like again, letting Cell go perfect. And yes, I know Vegeta at the end of Dragon Ball Z conformed and he's now a good guy, but come on, are you guys going to ignore all the horrible things that he's done? Years of genocide, killing on different planets, the killing of those Nameks, trying to blow up the earth, tried to kill Goku, Gohan, Krillin, and even told Nappa to kill everybody, but he did conform. But let me ask you guys this, how many of you was angry or disgusted of what Vegeta has done throughout his life? Again, genocide on other planets and races, killed innocent people, backstabbed people, and all this other stuff that he has done. Did you call Vegeta out, or did you guys just let it slide because he's cool, just like Shadow the Hedgehog? Like, he's the anti-hero, he's the badass that everybody loves and wants to be. I mean, look at Cell, everybody loves Cell. Hell, Devil Artemis as a channel dedicated to Cell, and even though he has killed people and drank people and made it clear that he wants to destroy everything and kill Goku and the earth and so on, everybody loves Cell. Hell, look at Frieza. Frieza is one of the most well-beloved villains in Dragon Ball Z. Even when he was doing horrible things, killing people, genocide, etc., everybody loved him because of how cruel he was and how sinister he was. And that's how everybody loved Frieza. Everybody wanted Frieza to stay the same evil bad guy that we knew him on planet Namek. And I know for a fact that everybody was groaning and moaning when we found out later that Frieza was going to come back in the Dragon Ball Z movie, Resurrection OF. Everyone was going like, oh come on, why bring back Frieza? He's so weak now. Yeah, that movie wasn't really that good. And everybody was especially moaning and groaning when it turns out that he'll be coming back in the Tournament of Power. I mean, literally the entire Dragon Ball fandom was going, oh come on, why bring back Frieza again? I mean, come on, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But saying that, during the Tournament of Power, everybody loved Frieza. Hell, we've actually seen Frieza change a little bit. And I know for a fact there was people out there who were saying, oh no, we don't want Frieza to be a good guy. Oh, we don't want Frieza to be a good guy. We want him to stay evil. We want him to stay evil. Okay. The main point is, there are villains out there who has done so much worse, but those villains get praise. But when a little girl at 16 years old loses control and is weak-willed, the fandom goes nuts saying, oh, she can't be forgiven, oh, I don't like her. I mean, come on, if we can have a bad guy turn good guy, then why can't a good guy become a bad guy? But here's the thing, Sombra isn't evil. She was being brainwashed, and she couldn't control herself. And I know I said this before, but when Bra Briefs told Sombra of what she needed to hear, and it finally got through to her, that margin sign on her forehead disappeared, which indicates that she is no longer evil. Bobbie's magic only works on those who has darkness in their hearts. And by this time, Bobbity was still alive. The evil inside Sombra was gone, and she was crying about it, saying, I can't be forgiven, I've killed Gohan, and so on and so on. She admitted her mistakes. And again, look at Vegeta. When he died, he still had the margin sign on his forehead, and it disappeared when he died. And I'll say it again, Vegeta didn't fully conform until he admitted Goku was better than him, and then he made that plan of bringing back everybody on Earth. And that wish also in turn brought back Vegeta. Vegeta at this point truly became a good guy. So yeah, if we can have a bad guy turn good guy, which we have seen throughout the series, with Piccolo, Vegeta, the androids, the Cell Juniors, the Pilaf gang, then why can't a good guy turn into a bad guy? Because I don't think we've ever actually seen that in any anime ever. That's the thing, we've never seen a long time good guy turn into a bad guy. But Sombra was only a bad guy because she was mind controlled. She was weak-willed. Is that the reason why you guys are angry? That a good guy turned into a bad guy? Or was it because that she killed Gohan, Cell, Piccolo? Even if she did do that, she regretted what she did. She broke out of Bobbity's spell. She was crying. She even admitted she can't be forgiven. And you know what? I'm going to say it. Sombra is more pure than Vagito from Dragon Ball Multiverse. Yeah, I said it. And it's true. Like I said earlier, even Deborah says that Vagito isn't completely pure, and Sombra has overcome her fears, and she has regrets of what she did. I told you guys this throughout the entire video. Okay, I'm going to stop here now because I know for a fact that I'm going to get a lot of people angry just for standing up for Bra and blaming Vagito. And yes, I know I've repeated myself over and over again in this video, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys understood where I was coming from. That's all I was trying to do. And listen, I'm not saying that you should hate Vagito in Dragon Ball Multiverse. All I'm saying that we should just take a step back, reevaluate everything that has happened in Dragon Ball Multiverse, and just see it from Bra's point of view. Or you can just see it in a different way. And for me, what Vagito did to Bra made me angry. And the people that was hating on Bra within the fandom made me angry too. So I made this video in the defense of Bra and to show that she doesn't deserve the hate that she's getting. I mean, if you still hate Bra, then that's fine. All I'm asking is for you guys to take a step back and reevaluate everything. Think about of what I said in this video and just see Bra in a different point of view. That's all I'm saying. So, what do you guys think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Is there anything that you guys like to add? Did I miss anything? Please let me know in the comment sections below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out. Thank you guys for watching. And if there's a series you want me to check out and review and give my thoughts on it, or if there's a top 10 list you want me to do, or any reactions, or responses, or rants on anything geeky, just leave links and comments in the comment sections below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Don't forget to like, subscribe, put the bell on, share this video, and leave a comment in the comment sections below. And as for my social medias, I'm literally freaking everywhere! I'm on most video platforms, social medias, forums, and support sites. It's best to pause the video and see where I am. Literally all of this is down in the description box below. So if you want to go and check those out, please do. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out.